Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. It's me Haziq. So this is another segment of X UiTM. So for today, me and my friends will presenting our group assignment project for subject database management. It is what's called as HALA Currential. We prepare this video presentation for Miss Nadia binti Kamaruzaman. So for furthermore, let us jump into it. Before we start our discussion, let us introduce ourselves.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Akbar Kibat Adnan. My ID is 2020811564 and my position in this company is supervisor.
Hello, my name is Mamar Fikri bin Muryadi and my matric number is 2020877314 and I am database security officer.
Hello, my name is Muhammad Lutfi bin Samsul Amri, matrix number 2004583882 and my position in this company is as database developer.
Hello, my name is Muhammad Afif Hakimi bin Ahmad Sabri. My matrix ID is 2020877384. My position in this company is database administrator.
Hello guys, my name is Muhammad Aziz Daniel bin Badrul Sham and my matrix number is 2020863774 and I am the HALA Currential Database Consultant. The first topic is introduction. The proposal database system is about the currential management system for the HALA Currential. The purpose of the currential management system is to give customer quick access to HALA Currential while keeping track of and storing data for a long period of time. The customer will first access the HALA Currential system in the database of the HALA Currential management system. If a customer is pleased with the service that HALA Currential offer on its website, they can make a currential reservation by contacting the employee over WhatsApp messaging service. The employees will use their ID to get into the system before entering the customer information and give the specific information of the vehicle that they wish to hire. The employee will enter the start date and finish date which the customer requests for the rental. The customer then will pay via online or offline transaction after successfully entering the information for the car, the rent and their information. A customer make an offline payment at the end of the day they rent a car. Customer that make payment online pay the same day they book for a reservation. After a payment is confirmed, the worker will hand the receipt to the customer. The receipt will be issued when the customer returns the car. The manager can see the report of the car rental during the day or a month through the HALA Currential Management Database System. Daily car rental information is saved in the system database. Finally, HALA Currential management will become a lot more efficient and well organized thanks to the currential management system. The objective of making this database is to create a database system of HALA Currential. Second, to determine the detail required by both the car and the customer during the customer rent the car as well as the type of the car that customer frequently rents. Third, to determine the data of employees in every store. Next, to display each date of time for each successful payment made by the customer, and lastly to calculate the total amount of the car rent by customer in a month.
For the current system description, HALA Currential currently using app system. This system required customers to register their name through the apps. Once they have registered, the employee will email the code to the customer and they can book any car they like using the code. If cars are available, they can just go to the HALA car rental store to get them. But if the car is fully booked, then they must wait until HALA car rental send a new email about the availability of the car. HALA Automobile Rental is a public car rental company run by a partnership. HALA Car Rental is requesting for a database system in order to be able to compete with other car rental companies. In order to accomplish that, HALA Car Rental hired a database developer who is responsible to design, testing, and develop a database. This system based on the following requirements. Firstly, HALA Car Rental provides cars such as MyV, Azia, Kancil, Proton Beza, and others. A customer can rent at least one car. A car can be rented by many customers. The information regarding the car is such as the car name, car type, current price, and car status available. The entity for this statement is customer and car, and the relationship between them is many to many. For the second one, an owner can manage many stores. A store can be managed by an owner. Customers need to provide the information about their name, phone number, address, license, and email. The store name, store phone number, email, and store address are also required. The entity for this statement is owner and store, and the relationship between them is one-to-many. For the third one, an owner can hire a lot of employees. An employee can be hired by an owner. The information about the owner is such as owner name, phone number, email, and address. The entity for this statement is owner and employees, and the relationship between them is one-to-many. For the fourth one, an employee may handle a number of customers. The customer may be handled by an employee. The data about the employee that needs to be recorded are their names, phone number, email, and address. The entity for this statement is the employee and customer, and the relationship between them is one-to-many. Point number 5. An owner can own many cars. Many cars can be owned by an owner. The identifier for this car is car ID, and the identifier for the owner is owner IC. Relationship for this statement is owner and car, and the relationship between them is one-to-many. For the last one, a customer can make at least one payment. A payment can be made by only one customer. The data required for payment is such as payment code, payment rent price, and payment date. The entity for this statement is customer and payment, and the relationship between them is one-to-many.
Next, we go to entity relationship diagram. First, we start with business rule. A customer can rent at least one car. A car can be rented by many customers. An owner can manage many stores. A store can be managed by an owner. An owner can hire a lot of employees. An employee can be hired by an owner. An employee may handle a number of customers. A customer may be handled by an employee. An owner can own at least one car. Many cars can be owned by an owner. A customer can make at least one payment. A payment can be made by only one customer. Next, we go to ERD. First, we start with store. Primary key is store ID, store name, store phone number, store email, store address. For the foreign key is owner IC. For the owner, the primary key is owner IC, owner name, owner phone number, owner address, owner email. For the car, primary key is car ID, car name, car type, car rent price, car status. For the foreign key is owner IC. For the employee, primary key is employee IC, employee name, employee phone number, employee address, employee email, and for the foreign key is owner IC. For the customer, the primary key is cast IC, cast name, cast phone number, cast address, cast email, cast license. For the foreign key is employee IC. Rental, primary key, foreign key 1, car ID, primary key, foreign key 2, cast IC, rent start date, rent end date. For the payment, the primary key is pay code, pay rent price, pay date, pay time, and for the foreign key is cast IC.
In this section, I will explain how our company create a database called car rental from the ERD that has been shown before. First of all, before we insert the create table command, we need to create a database called car rental and insert the use car rental command to activate the database car rental. Next, we will create the first table, which is owner table, by insert the create table owner command. Then we insert the first attribute owner IC that represent the owner identification number. Next, we use the data type varchar for the combination of number and character, and we put 15 as the limit. If the combination of character and number more than 15, the data will be error. Then we put not now to ensure that the columns owner IC does not accept nulls. Next, we just apply the same method to all of the attributes in the owner table. Lastly, when we create this owner table structure, we set the stage for the enforcement of entity integrity rules by using primary key in bracket owner IC. Then, for the next table, we will just apply the same method based on the data from ERD. Next, as we look at the store table, note that referential integrity has been enforced by specifying a constraint called foreign key owner IC. In order to use foreign key constraint in MySQL, notice that the owner IC column is first index. This foreign key to ensures that you cannot delete an owner from the owner table. This will also apply to other table even with the different primary key and foreign key. Last but not least, after we create all of the table, we will insert all of the values based on the attributes needed. This is the example of the table with their values.
Now we continue with data manipulation language. For the first question, for every payment that is made before 1st May 2021 will get a 10% discount. Display the payment code, payment amount on discount, payment date and time, and the customer identity card. Now we go to the MySQL. The command for the question. First of all, we select pay code as its primary key, then select pay rent price. The question have mentioned to display the discount and payment amount, so we multiply the pay rent price to the 0.1 because the question said 10% discount, so 10 out of 100 is 0.1. We put round and 2 in front and back front to make sure that the value is in 2 decimal point. Then we rename this column as discount. Next, to display the total amount after discount, pay rent price minus the discount, and we rename it as total price. Then we select pay date, pay time, and cash IC from payment table. The question said the payment made before 1st May 2021. So we use where to find the condition that pay date is less than the date of 1st May 2021. So this is hold on, what's happening? What is wrong? So this is the display will be look like this. Alright. Alright, now we go to the second question. The question is, in order to identify the day that customers rented on average at most, display the payment code and payment date and time for the average payment in a day is more than 200. Now we go to the MySQL. The command for the question will be look like this. Okay. We will use advanced select statement, which is aggregate function. First, we select pay code and we use average as the aggregate function for the pay rent price. Then we select pay date and pay time. From payment table, we use group by pay date to make sure the average for the payment rent price is sorted by each date. The question has mentioned the condition, which is the average payment in a day is more than 200. So we use having average pay rent price is greater and equal to 200. So the display will be look like this. Alright. We go to the third question. The owner wants to make a report based on the date the car has been rented by the customer and arrange it based on the last character of their name. Display the start rent date and end rent date of the car that their last character is A. Now we go to MySQL and the command will be look like this. Okay. This question is a join database table question, and we will use joining table with an alias to solve the question. First, we select car ID, but we put capital letter C in front of it as a symbol for the car table. We select car name, car type, car rent price, car start date, and rent start date and rent end date. From car table with the symbol is capital letter C, and rental table with capital letter R as the symbol, where capital letter C car ID is equal to capital letter R car ID, and the condition is car with their last character is A, so we put the command car type like apostrophe %a and apostrophe again. So the display will be look like this. We go to the fourth question. So the question is, the manager wants to survey whether the employees in the company are satisfied enough with the customers that they serve. In order to achieve this survey, the manager must display EMPIC. The manager must display employee IC, employee's name, employee's phone number, and also customer IC, customer name, and customer phone number. In this survey, the manager will pick the employee with the same first character of the employee's name and will arrange to ascending. So we go to MySQL and insert the command. Right. We will use joining table with an alias to solve this question. First, we select EMPIC with capital letter E in front of it as a symbol of the employees table. We select employee name, employee's phone number, customer IC, customer name, customer phone number. From employee table with capital letter E as the symbol and customer table with capital letter C as the symbol, where capital letter E EMPIC is equal to capital letter C EMPIC. The question have mentioned that the manager will pick the employee with the same first character of the employee's name and will arrange to ascending. So we use EMP name like capital letter R % and order by EMP name ascending. So the display will be look like this. Now we go to the last question. In a ceremony, the company wants to give an award to the customer who made the highest payment for renting the car from May until July. The company needs the customer's name and phone number. The code of payment and the payment time also need to be displayed. Now we go to MySQL and the command will be look like this. Okay. For this question, we also use joining table with an alias. First, we select customer IC with capital letter C as the symbol. We select customer name, customer phone number, payment code, and max payment rent price, because the question want to pick the customer who made the highest payment. We rename it as higher payment. We also select payment date and payment time from customer table with capital letter C as the symbol and payment table with capital letter P as the symbol, where capital letter C customer IC is equal to capital letter P customer's IC. The question has mentioned the condition, which is the payment must have been made in May until July. So we use payment date between 1st May 2021 and 31st July 2021. So the display will be look like this.
That's all from us. Thank you. But remember, don't only dream it, just run it. Okay guys, that's all for today. Sorry for the now noise. I don't know where it came from. Don't know. So that's all for me. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like and share this video, okay? See you in the next video. iZykx sign out. Bye bye.
Survival, steady with my rival. Target dapat kuya, number one on my title. Yeah. I got my mind on survival, steady with my rival. Target dapat kuya, number one on my title. I got my mind on survival, steady with my rival. Yeah. Target dapat kuya, number one.